All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the last semi-final contest, Southeast Zone. This is a hot one. 3 semi-finals, 2 down the line. From the 2, we have the Heritage Christian University College and the Central University qualifying to the Zonal final. 1 slot remains. That slot will be taken up by either the University of Ghana or the Pentecost University. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tertiary Business Sense Challenge brought to us by Graphic Business in partnership with the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana and the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. Our proud sponsors are MTN, PwC, Glycolife, CompuGhana, and the Ghana National Association of Teachers. Our media partners are TV3, Daily Graphic, and Graphic Online. Now for the University of Ghana, they are the defending zonal champions. Yes, they've won it twice in a row. They want to make it a hat-trick. But that will come at an expense. Yes, it will come at a huge cost because they'll have to go within themselves to be able to defeat the Pentecost University. But the University of Ghana, as defending champions, are not afraid. Yes, from their faces, they look very determined. 3 young men ready to do battle to defend the premier university of the country. Contestants from the University of Ghana, please join me upstage to my right. Gentlemen, you're welcome. All right, please introduce yourselves.
So, Jonathan Inai, BSc Accounting level 300.
Peter Emeka Ike, BSc Banking and Finance, level 300.
Edwin NTA, Finance and Economics, level 400.
You're welcome once again, gentlemen. Now competing against the University of Ghana is the Pentecost University. Yes, the Pentecost University. And the spiritual battle with the Valley View University, they won. Yes. How much more a canal one, ladies and gentlemen? The Pentecost University is determined to make history. They want to go to the final. Yes. Now, you are reminded that we have 2 faith-based institutions at the final already. The Central University and the Heritage Christian University College. Yes. Should Pentecost University win, that will make it 3 faith-based institutions in the final. And that will give us a spiritual contest. But of course, it won't come easy. They have to defeat the defending champions. The 2-time defending champions who have set their eye on the national championship this year. Now, contestants from the Pentecost University, please take your seat to my left. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Bernard Abeka, BSc Accounting final year. Mangu Alfred, Accounting final year.
George Ebo Kobina, Accounting final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Now, Pentecost University, what should we expect from you today?
All right, so let's read from the Bible. In the Bible, according to the Acts, the chapter number 1, verse 6 to 8, it says that now when the disciples gathered around Jesus, and they asked him, "Are you at this time going to restore the glory of Israel now?" And he answered them that it is not for you to know the set time or the date by God's authority, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you shall be my witnesses. So we are here to witness the power of God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the word of God.
Thanks be to Jesus.
All right, so we are done with the sermon for the day. Now, University of Ghana, what should we expect from you?
Bagging a place in the finals in the third time in a row.
Okay. They have kept it simple and short. Yes, we'll see how the contest goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, my gentlemen are seated. They are all in white. Yes. We are ready for battle. It promises to be exciting. It promises to be engaging. It will be end to end because I know the capabilities of these 6 gentlemen on stage. They have done it before and I know they are going to give it all their shots. Yes. My name is Al Hassan Yusuf Traule. And you know what? I love academic violence. Let's have some violence, ladies and gentlemen. Please show some love to them. Now to you all, the contest is going to be organized in 5 rounds. Round 1 is on theory to test your understanding of basic principles and concepts in business. Round 2 will involve calculations. You are free to use your calculators. Round 3 is a business case of the day. You will both be presented with a common problem. You are supposed to work and come up with one solution, which will be compared with what we have. The 4th round, we have the graphic business segment where I'm going to ask you some questions from stories that appeared in the graphic business newspaper. The second part of the 4th round is the true or false segment where I'll give you some statements and you have to tell me who or what I am referring to. Our 5th and final round will be the riddles. Please, are we ready, gentlemen? Pentecost, are we ready?
Yes, please.
University of Ghana, are we ready? All right, so if you are ready, let's do battle. We go straight into round 1. We are beginning with the University of Ghana. In this round, each of you have the opportunity of attempting 5 major questions. If you get your major question correct, it is 3 points. If it's a bonus question, you have 1 point. You have 10 seconds within which to answer your major question in 2 attempts only, unless otherwise indicated. For a bonus, you have just 5 seconds in 1 attempt only. Please, let's begin. University of Ghana. Now, what is the difference between rescission and termination of a contract? What is the difference between rescission and termination of a contract?
So with a rescission, it has to do with this is where both parties decide to end the contract, and in this case, the parties are put into their original place or back before when the contract came into being. And then with the termination, it has to do with ending the contract, which is done by the court. But with the rescission, the parties can decide to withdraw themselves and then put themselves back into their original position.
That is correct. Pentecost University, how does the discharge of a contract by performance differ from discharge by agreement? How does discharge of a contract by performance differ from discharge by agreement?
Okay, so discharge by performance is when the specified performance in the contract is done. And by agreement is when the 2 parties come to consensus to basically end the contract.
That is correct. The next set of questions is a common preamble to both schools. Common preamble, we are still beginning with the University of Ghana. Now, Henry Fayol, also known as the father of modern management theory, gave a new perception on the concept of management. He introduced a general theory that can be applied to all levels of management and every department. He envisioned maximizing managerial efficiency. Today, Fayol theory is practiced by the management to organize and regulate the internal activities of an organization. Indeed, Fayol developed some 14 principles. Now your question is to identify and explain briefly any 3 of these 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Identify and explain briefly any three of the 14 principles of Henry Fayol, beginning with the University of Ghana.
All right, so the first one is Esprit de Corps. So this is talking about the motivation and the enthusiasm within the team. We have unity of command. That talks about a particular manager, that talks about subordinates reporting to receiving one command from a particular superior. And we have unity of direction. So there are so many divisions in the business. Each of them should know that the objective should be tailored towards the overall view of the company.
That is correct. Pentecost University.
Okay, so we have unity of command, which says that
Unity of command has been mentioned by University of
so
Ghana.
division of labor, that all work should be given to people as according to their speciality, or divided, the work tax or the tax should be divided among the employees according to their speciality. Then we have the remuneration, that all employees should be paid in accordance to their performance. And we also have the chain of command, that every worker has a supervisor or a boss that they report to.
I will accept that. That is correct. For the next set of questions, we are beginning from Pentecost University. Pentecost, you are starting the next set for me. Now you have to explain the term arbitrage in currency trading of finance. Explain the term arbitrage in currency trading and its significance.
So with arbitrage in currency trading and its significance, it is where different factors that contribute to risk to the transaction is identified, and this increases the risk associated with the transaction.
I'm not taking that. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
Okay, so with arbitrage of currencies, this is the buying and selling of security at the same time in order to make risk less profit.
That is correct. University of Ghana. Now explain to me the term currency peg. Currency peg in finance. Currency peg.
With currency peg, there is one currency at which the domestic currency is pegged against, and so the domestic currency is regulated or being changed with regards to the currency at which it is being pegged against. So as the currency at which it's being pegged against changes, governments also take initiative to also move the domestic currency to that of the currency at which it has been pegged to.
That is correct. Pentecost University. The ratio that measures the risk-adjusted performance of an investment compared to a risk-free asset is known as. The ratio that measures the risk-adjusted performance of an investment compared to a risk-free asset is known as.
Sharp ratio.
That is correct. University of Ghana. The investment ratio that evaluates the return of an investment relative to its maximum drawdown is known as. The investment ratio that evaluates the return of an investment relative to its maximum drawdown is known as.
Sortino ratio.
No, please.
Karma ratio, sorry.
Karma is correct. Our last set of questions for this round, ladies and gentlemen. We are beginning with the University of Ghana. University of Ghana. What is hardware in information security? What is hardware in information security?
Okay, so when we come to hardware in information security, so this has to do with the use of arts to get the attention of people, and then the intention of using this artware is to draw the attention. So when this happens, there is a security threat that somebody who is actually watching a video and then gets to this ad would see something he doesn't want to see, and so and it also intrudes into the privacy of the person.
That is correct. And now, Pentecost University, please end the round for us. What is a malware in IT security? What is a malware in IT security?
So malware is a ware which is not wanted, or which is an unwanted ware, or it's an unwanted system or product in the computer system that distorts the general functioning or the normal functioning of the system.
I'll accept that. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of round 1. Please show some love to them on stage. Show some love. Fierce and Furious. How did round 1 go? Pentecost.
On the move.
University of Ghana, how did the round 1 go?
Gaining momentum.
One is on the move, one is gaining momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for round 1. At the end of round 1, Pentecost University had 12 points. The University of Ghana had 16 points. We are going into round 2, which will involve calculations. You are free to use your calculators. Are we ready? Pentecost, are we ready? University of Ghana, are we ready? All right. So in this round, I'm going to ask you questions that will involve calculations. You are free to use your calculators. You have a maximum of 30 seconds within which to give me an answer if it's your major question. For a bonus, you have just 5 seconds to give an answer. 3 points if you get your major question correct. 1 point if it's a bonus question that you get correct. 2 attempts only at a major question. 1 attempt at a bonus. We are beginning this round from the Pentecost University. Pentecost. Graphic Communications Group produces and sells 3 different products. The sales mix, selling price per unit, and variable cost per unit are as follows. For product A, 50% of sales, selling price 60 cedis, variable cost 40 cedis. Product B, 30% of sales, the selling price is 100 cedis and the variable cost is 70 cedis. Product C, 20% of sales, selling price is 80 cedis and the variable cost is 50 cedis. The company's total fixed costs are 50,000 cedis. You have to calculate the weighted average PV ratio for the product mix. I take it again. Graphic Communications Group produces and sells 3 different products. The sales mix, selling price per unit, and variable cost per unit are as follows. Product A, 50% of sales, the selling price is 60 cedis, variable cost is 40 cedis. Product B, 30% of sales, selling price is 100 cedis, variable cost is 70 cedis. And product C, 20% of sales, selling price is 80 cedis and the variable cost is 50 cedis. The company's total fixed costs are 50,000 cedis. Calculate the weighted average PV ratio for the product mix. Even bailed out. Bonus for University of Ghana.
So the weighted contribution is 25.
No, please. That is not correct. It is 33.165. Now your major question, University of Ghana. CompuGhana produces and sells 3 different products. The sales mix, selling price per unit, and variable cost per unit are as follows. Product X, 40% of sales, selling price is 80 cedis, variable cost is 50 cedis. Product Y, 30% of sales, selling price 120 cedis, variable cost 80 cedis. Product Z, 30% of sales, selling price is 100 cedis, variable cost is 60 cedis. The company's total fixed costs are 60,000 cedis. Calculate the weighted average PV ratio for the product mix. I take it again. CompuGhana produces and sells 3 different products. The sales mix, selling price per unit, and variable cost per unit are as follows. Product X is 40% of sales, selling price is 80, variable cost is 50. Product Y, 30% of sales, selling price 120, variable cost 80. Product Z, 30% of sales, selling price 100, variable cost 60. The company's total fixed costs are 60,000 cedis. Calculate the weighted average PV ratio for the product mix.
You have 36.7%.
That is correct. Your major question, Pentecost University. If the central bank increases the reserve requirement ratio from 10% to 15%, calculate the new money multiplier and its effect on money supply if the initial money base is 1 million cedis. If the central bank increases the reserve requirement ratio from 10% to 15%, calculate the new money multiplier and its effect on money supply if the initial money base is 1 million cedis. Even mailed out. Bonus for the University of Ghana.
So the new money.
Speak into the
New money
microphone.
is 150,000, and it has increased the money supply by 50,000.
No, that is not correct. That is not correct. Now your major question, University of Ghana. If the central bank increases the reserve requirement ratio from 12% to 18%, calculate the new money multiplier and its effect on money supply if the initial money base is 2.5 million cedis. If the central bank increases the reserve requirement ratio from 12% to 18%, calculate the new money multiplier and its effect on money supply if the initial money base is 2.5 million cedis.
So the new money multiplier is 5.55, and the new money that has been created as a result of the interest rate and the reserve requirement increasing to 18% is 1388888.89, and then the previous one at 12% was 208333333.33.
3333.3333 is correct. Yes. So the new money multiplier 5.56 is correct. The new money supply 13 million in excess is also correct. For the next set of questions, we begin from the University of Ghana. University of Ghana. A company owns a fleet of 15 identical delivery vans purchased at a total cost of 750,000 cedis. Each van has an estimated salvage value of 6,000 cedis and a useful life of 6 years. Calculate the group depreciation rate and the annual depreciation expense using the group depreciation method. I take it again. A company owns a fleet of 15 identical delivery vans purchased at a total cost of 750,000 cedis. Each van has an estimated salvage value of 6,000 cedis and a useful life of 6 years. Calculate the group depreciation rate and the annual depreciation expense using the group depreciation method.
So the group depreciation rate is 16.67% and the annual depreciation is 110,000.
That is correct. Pentecost University. Pentecost. Pentecost. A company owns a fleet of 10 identical delivery trucks purchased at a total cost of 500,000 cedis. Each truck has an estimated salvage value of 5,000 cedis and a useful life of 5 years. Calculate the group depreciation rate and the annual depreciation expense using the group depreciation method. I'll take it again. A company owns a fleet of 10 identical delivery trucks purchased at a total cost of 500,000 cedis. Each truck has an estimated salvage value of 5,000 cedis and a useful life of 5 years. Calculate the group depreciation rate and the annual depreciation expense using the group depreciation method.
So we have the rate to be 18% and the annual to be 90,000.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Of course, it's 2 out of 3. Because your group depreciation rate is wrong. What is the group depreciation rate?
20%.
Yes. Okay. Next set of questions, still beginning with the University of Ghana. Eugene, calculate the weighted average cost of capital for a company with the following information. Cost of equity 12%, cost of debt 5%, debt to equity ratio 0.6, the tax rate is 30%. Calculate the weighted average cost of capital for a company with the following information. The cost of equity is 12%, cost of debt is 5%, the debt to equity ratio is 0.6, and the tax rate is 30%.
So we have the WACC to be 8.8125%.
That is correct. Pentecost University, calculate the weighted average cost of capital for a company with the following information. The cost of equity 17%, cost of debt 8%, debt to equity ratio 0.5, the tax rate is 25%. Calculate the weighted average cost of capital for a company with the following information. The cost of equity is 17%, cost of debt is 8%, debt to equity ratio 0.5, the tax rate is 25%.
$5.95.
No, please, you have one other chance.
$13.6%.
I don't know whether I should accept 13.6%. You let me take it. I'll take it. Yes. So it is 13.34%, but I'll accept the 13.6. Okay. So our last set of questions. Last set of questions. Okay, so I'll begin this round from Pentecost University. Pentecost University. A manufacturing company starts the month with 50,000 cedis in work in progress inventory. During the month, it incurs 150,000 cedis in direct material cost, 100,000 cedis in direct labor cost, and 30,000 cedis in manufacturing overhead. At the end of the month, the company has 40,000 cedis in work in progress inventory. Calculate the work in progress inventory turnover for the month. I take it again. A manufacturing company starts the month with 50,000 cedis in work in progress inventory. During the year, it incurs 150,000 cedis in direct material cost, 100,000 cedis in direct labor cost, and 30,000 cedis in manufacturing overheads. At the end of the month, the company has 40,000 cedis in work in progress inventory. Calculate the work in progress inventory turnover for the month.
$6.22.
This time I'll take 6.22. Belled out. Bonus for University of Ghana.
7.
No. 6.44. 6.44. Now your major question, University of Ghana. The last question for this round. A company starts the month with 80,000 cedis in finished goods inventory. During the month, it incurs 300,000 cedis in manufacturing costs for finished goods, and at the end of the month, it has 70,000 cedis in finished goods inventory. Calculate the finished goods inventory turnover for the month. I take it again. A company starts the month with 80,000 cedis in finished goods inventory. During the month, it incurs 300,000 cedis in manufacturing costs for finished goods, and at the end of the month, it has 70,000 cedis in finished goods inventory. Calculate the finished goods inventory turnover for the month.
$6.18.
No, please. You have one other chance.
So we have 6.458.
No, please. That is also not correct. Bonus for Pentecost University.
4.
4.
4 times of.
Which one are you saying? It's a bonus, so I cannot accept that. 4.13 times. 4.13 times. I don't know what you do with the decimals, that you're always missing your decimals. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of round 2. So the contest is between Pentecost University and the University of Ghana. It is a semi-final contest, the third one, of course. The first two have seen the Central University and the Heritage Christian University College qualify into the finals. One of these two will join them. Will it be the Pentecost University or the University of Ghana? Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for round 2. At the end of round 2, Pentecost University had 5 points. The University of Ghana had 12 points. We are going into round 3. On to the next. Yes, the next round. Which round is round 3? The business case of the day. Now, both of you, are you listening at all? What are you calculating? Do you have any question on the table? Okay. So please listen. We are going into round 3. Now I'm giving both of you a common problem. Your duty is to work as a team and come up with one solution. You get that? Now I'll compare your solution to what I have and I'll score you out of 10. You have 10 minutes within which to present your solution. You may take your question for us to go through together. Ready? Yes. Budget performance report is, you are not supposed to start writing until you are told to do so. Please, no writing until you are told to do so. Budget performance report is one of the major accountability provisions under the Public Financial Management Laws. Regulations 2152 of the PFM Regulation 2019 LI 2378 provides that each principal account holder shall not later than 31st March of the ensuing year submit an annual budget performance report to Parliament. The following is an extract from the GIFMIS platform representing Government of Ghana funding for Ministry of Sanitation for year 2023. So we have annual appropriation amount, year-to-date warrant, and year-to-date payments. We have compensation of employee, goods and services, and capital expenditure on the vertical side. Your duty is to prepare a statement of budget performance reports for the year 2023, showing the budget warrant outstands in amount and percentage, and warrant utilization rates for each of the items and the total. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our business case of the day. You have 10 minutes. You may start work now. Please stop work and submit what you've done. Okay, so we presented a problem to the two schools, something on budget or budget performance reporting, as provided for in the Public Financial Management Regulations. The task was simple: to prepare a statement of budget performance reports for 2023 based on the figures that we gave them. And the report was to indicate the budget warrant outstanding in amount and percentage and warrant utilization rate for each of the items and the total. So now let's look at what we were expecting them to do. Okay, so we gave them three categories or three items: annual appropriation, year-to-date warrant, and year-to-date payment. Essentially, when we say a budget warrant outstanding, budget warrant outstanding simply means the difference between your budget and your warrant. In the question, the annual appropriation is the budget, and the question also provides for warrant. So the budget warrant outstanding is simply the difference between the annual appropriation and the year-to-date warrant. So for instance, if you take compensation, it is 25,500 minus the warrant of 18,280. That should give a budget warrant outstanding of 7,220. Then, of course, we convert that into percentage terms. You have 28.1%. The other part they were supposed to compute is the warrant burnout rate. Warrant burnout rate is essentially the extent or the rate at which you've utilized your warrant. So the warrant that was provided, for instance, for compensation was 18,280. Now, out of this warrant, 17,450 has been utilized. So the warrant burnout rate is essentially the percentage or the extent to which the payment or the warrant payment has been made out of the warrant, basically. So 17,450 over 18,280. And that should give you about the 95%. Now, if you get the budget warrant out and in each of, CDs and then in percentage, that is one tick each, as well as the warrant burnout rate, that is also one tick. The totals are 2 ticks each. So in all, I expect to have 15 ticks. That is 1, 2, 3. The totals will constitute 2 each. So that should be 15 ticks times 2 over 3 should give us 10 marks. So that is what I was expecting. Now, Pentecost University. How could you? All right. So they know the principle. What they made or the mistake they made was to take the payment instead of the warrant. Yes. So for instance, compensation of employee, instead of it being 25.5 million minus for them, they got the utilization rate correct. So for all 3 items, compensation, goods and services, and then capital expenditure, they got the warrant outstanding figures and in percentage wrong, but they got the utilization rates correct. That is 3 ticks. They didn't even look at the totals. Okay? So that is 3 ticks times 2 over 3, and that should be 2 marks. University of Ghana, how could you? Okay. I'm asking them how could they, because they got everything correct. So how could they, because they have 10 out of 10? At the end of round 3, Pentecost University had 2 points, the University of Ghana had 10 points. We are going into round 4. Before then, the schools want to effect substitutions. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Please introduce yourself, beginning from Pentecost.
My name is Emmanuel McCarthy, Logistics Level 400.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
Who do we have from Eugene?
Prince Ascot Bodo, Accounting Level 400.
You're welcome, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, round 4A. Now, this is a graphic business segment. In this round, I'm going to ask you questions on some stories that appeared in the graphic business newspaper. For the purpose of this contest, we are examining them on stories that appeared in the 23rd, 30th July, as well as the 6th August editions of the graphic business newspaper. Now, each of you will have the opportunity of answering 5 major questions. If you get your major question correct, that is 3 points. For a bonus question, that is 1 point. 10 seconds within which to give an answer for a major question. For a bonus, you have just 5 seconds. 2 attempts only at a major question, 1 attempt at a bonus. Please, are we ready?
Yes, please.
Are you ready, Eugene?
Yes, we are.
Common preamble to both schools. Get ready. Beginning with the University of Ghana. Now, Eugene, or common preamble. Now, the just ended housing fair, organized by Graphic and Grader, featured key stakeholders in the housing sector. You are to identify any 3 stakeholders each who were at the housing fair. The just ended housing fair, organized by Graphic Communications Group and Grader, featured key stakeholders in the housing sector. Identify any 3 stakeholders each who were at the housing fair, beginning with the University of Ghana.
We have the Land Commission, we have DevStraco, and we have Waylead.
That is correct. Pentecost.
SIC Insurance, Vanguard Insurance, Ashfo.
That is correct. University of Ghana. Now, according to the Bank of Ghana, what 3 factors will help ensure that banks remain on the path to full recovery and resilience? According to the Bank of Ghana, what 3 factors will help ensure that banks remain on the path to full recovery and resilience?
Okay, so we have one to be Ghana should reduce its expenditure since this year is an election year. So expenditure should be reduced in order to meet the deficit budget of 5.9, and also having to rope in taxpayers who are within the tax bracket to mobilize revenue. And then we also have the debt restructuring programs ongoing.
That is not correct. Bonus for Pentecost University.
1, cost reduction, to reduce the borrowing rate. Then also invest into various sectors like agriculture and then education.
That is not correct. I'm asking you a question about banks, and I'm talking about Ghana's problems. The question was, according to the Bank of Ghana, what factors will help ensure that banks remain on the path to full recovery and resilience? Now, your major question, Pentecost. According to the Bank of Ghana, what 3 factors point to some uncertainties regarding the inflation path for the year? According to the Bank of Ghana, what 3 factors point to some uncertainties regarding the inflation path for the year?
One, high interest rate. 2, currency fluctuations, and then the effects of COVID-19.
Come again with your answers.
High interest rates, currency fluctuations, and the effects of COVID-19.
1 out of 3. So the currency fluctuations is what I'm accepting. The other ones are upward adjustment in utility tariffs and increases in the ex-pump fuel prices. Okay. Next set of questions, we are beginning with you, Pentecost University. Pentecost. Now, Fitch Rating Agency scored Ghana RD, or restricted default, on payment of some of its international loans. What does this rating mean? Fitch Rating Agency scored Ghana RD on payment of some of its international loans. What does this rating mean?
It means that Ghana has default in paying some of its external loans, such as the Eurobonds.
That is correct. University of Ghana, Fitch Rating Agency scored Ghana CCC for its ability to repay debt in its local currency. What does this mean? Fitch Rating Agency scored Ghana CCC for its ability to repay debt in its local currency. What does this rating mean?
That rating means that is the ability of Ghana to pay its debt in its local currency.
You are repeating the question for me.
So the ability of government to pay its debt in its local currency, so they're able to pay the debts that they owe in its local currency. And
You want to attempt a bonus?
Also to pay part of the payment, the February payments. You're able to make the 5.1 payments, the February.
You want to attempt a bonus? Let me listen to your bonus.
Ghana has not been able to make payments for its local debts.
You are just repeating what they also said. You just repeated what they just said, right? What did you say?
I said Ghana has not been able to make payments for its local loans.
And what
Local
did you
debts.
say?
Local debts.
Ghana was able to pay some of pay its debt in its local currency. So the first coupon payment, it met it, the one in February.
I'll give the bonus to Pentecost. Yes. So it relates to the financial obligations within the country, not necessarily the currency. I hope you get it. Yeah. Now, common preamble to both schools. Common preamble to both schools. We are beginning with Pentecost University. PBC Limited, Produce Buying Company Limited, is a group of companies comprising 4 members. You have to identify 2 each of these subsidiaries. PBC Limited is a group of companies comprising 4 members. Identify 2 each of these subsidiaries, beginning with Pentecost University.
PBC haulage and PBC share.
I'll accept that. University of Ghana.
PBC Limited and Golden Bean Hotel.
That is correct. So for our last set of questions, we begin from the University of Ghana. Last set of questions. University of Ghana. Which 2 institutions are partnering with the Electricity Regulatory Authority to organize the 9th ECOWAS Herrera Conference? Which 2 institutions are partnering with Herrera to organize the 9th ECOWAS Regional Electricity Regulatory Authority Conference?
So we have the PURC and then the Energy Commission.
That is correct. And now to you, wrap the round up for us. Pentecost University, which 2 institutions collaborated to develop the framework for green bond issuance? Which 2 institutions collaborated to develop the framework for green bond issuance?
Security Exchange Commission.
Okay. So I've given you enough time. I'll accept the Securities and Exchange Commission. So I'll give you 2 out of 3. The other one is the International Finance Corporation. International Finance Corporation. On that note, we come to the end of round 4A. University of Ghana, how is it going?
Good.
It's good?
Very, very good.
Pentecost University, how is it going?
It's going well.
It's going well.
Yes, please.
Hey. Okay. Yes, it's going well, it's going good. We'll see how it goes at the end. Our scores for round 4A. At the end of round 4A, the University of Ghana has 9 points. Pentecost University has 13 points. We have 2 more rounds to go. The true or false segment and the riddle segment. Now in this round, I'm going to give you some statements. Just tell me if the statement is true or false. It's as simple as that. But if you get it wrong, you suffer a penalty of -1. If you get it correct, 2 points. There'll be 5 statements for each of you. You may decide not to answer, in which case it can be passed on to the other school under the same conditions. There's no bonus here. Please, are we ready? If we are ready, we begin the round from Pentecost University. Pentecost, Eugene, are you ready? Pentecost. Theory X assumes that employees are inherently lazy and require close supervision to perform their jobs effectively. True or false? Theory X assumes that employees are inherently lazy and require close supervision to perform their jobs effectively. True or false?
False.
No. University of Ghana. University of Ghana. The systems theory of management focuses exclusively on the internal workings of organizations and ignores external factors. True or false? The systems theory of management focuses exclusively on the internal workings of organizations and ignores external factors. True or false?
False.
Yes. Pentecost University. Perfectly elastic demand means that any change in price will result in an infinite change in quantity demanded. True or false? Perfectly elastic demand means that any change in price will result in an infinite change in quantity demanded. True or false?
True.
Yes. University of Ghana. Perfectly inelastic demand means that the quantity demanded does not change in response to a change in price. True or false? Perfectly inelastic demand means that quantity demanded does not change in response to a change in price. True or false?
True.
Yes. For the next set of questions, we begin from the University of Ghana. University of Ghana, you are starting this set for us. Application software is a type of software that controls the operation of computer hardware and provides a platform for running application programs. True or false? Application software is a type of software that controls the operation of computer hardware and provides a platform for running application programs. True or false?
False.
Yes, false. Pentecost University. Operating systems are examples of system software that manage computer hardware resources and provide essential services for application software. True or false? Operating systems are examples of system software that manage computer hardware resources and provide essential services for application software. True or false?
True.
Yes. University of Ghana. Eugene, a private ruling is not binding if the ruling is not headed private ruling. True or false? A private ruling is not binding if the ruling is not headed private ruling. True or false?
False.
No. No. Pentecost University. A private or class ruling is not subject to challenge. True or false? A private or class ruling is not subject to challenge. True or false?
False.
No. A private ruling is not subject to challenge, but a decision taken based on that private ruling can be subject to change. A private ruling is not enforceable or binding if it is not headed private ruling. Our last set of questions for this round, we begin with Pentecost University. Pentecost University finished this round with us. Now, Public Expenditure and Financial Accountability Framework, PIFA. So PIFA analysis generates a ranking or global result each year, true or false. PIFA analysis generates a ranking or global result each year, true or false. Do you want to take the bonus, University of Ghana? Do you want it? Why? It is false. False. Now your major question, University of Ghana. PIFA assessments are conducted on an annual basis to ensure ongoing evaluation of public financial management systems, true or false. PIFA assessments are conducted on an annual basis to ensure ongoing evaluation of public financial management systems, true or false.
True.
No. You only conduct a PIFA analysis as and when you want to. It is not an ongoing annual project that is done. On that note, we come to the end of round 4B. One more round to go. One more round to go. Yeah. It will end soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for round 4B. At the end of round 4B, Pentecost University had 2 points. The University of Ghana had 4 points. Round 5, riddles. Now in this round, I'm going to give you a set of clues. Why no? I'm giving both of you a set of clues. Now your duty is to tell me who or what I am referring to. Okay? So the riddles or clues are open to the two of you. You are supposed to indicate your readiness by ringing your bell. Let me hear the bell from University of Ghana. And that of Pentecost University. Now when you ring your bell, you have a maximum of 10 seconds within which to give an answer. If you get it wrong, you can no longer partake in that riddle. Where there are further clues, I'll read them to the hearing of the remaining school. Now, depending on the clue at which you answer, you may get 5 points, 4 points, or 3 points. If you get it correct on the first clue, 5 points. Answering on the second clue, 4 points. Answering on any other clue thereafter is 3 points. There will be 4 riddles in all. 4 riddles in all. Please, are you ready? Pentecost, are you ready?
Yes, please.
University of Ghana, are you ready?
Yes.
Riddle number 1. Alright, let's go. 1. I am a type of risk in an organization. One of the 3 main types of risks of audit risk in an organization. 2. I am a form of raw or untreated risk, a risk that occurs naturally. Pentecost University.
Inherent risk.
That is correct. What? But you tested it earlier. Press and let me hear. It's working. They answered on the second clue, and that is 4 points. Riddle number 2. Riddle number 2. I am one of the only two markets in the view of economists. As an input market, I supply the resources needed to make finished products. 3. I can be a market of 3 types of inputs: labor, capital, land. 4. I play a crucial role in the modern economy as I enable the allocation of factors of production to their most efficient uses. This leads to higher productivity and economic growth. 5. In economics, I am a market where factors of production are bought and sold. Pentecost University.
The producer market.
No. University of Ghana, do you want to? Yes, go ahead.
Perfectly competitive market.
No. If you're a market where factors of production are bought and sold, you're a factor market. Riddle number 3. Riddle number 3. Interesting one. Ready? Let's go. I am an economics and investment strategy with strong etymological connection to the French language. 2. I exist as a result of market inefficiencies, and I both exploit those inefficiencies and resolve them. 3. I provide a mechanism to ensure that prices do not deviate substantially from fair value for long periods of time. My trades are made in stocks, commodities, and currencies. 4. I exploit short-lived variations in the price of identical or similar financial instruments in different markets or in different forms. 5. I can be used whenever any commodity, stock, or currency may be purchased in one market at a given price and simultaneously sold in another market at a higher price. University of Ghana.
Arbitrage.
What took you so long? Because you answered that question in the round 1. It is indeed arbitrage, and that is correct. They answered on the last clue, that is 3 points. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last riddle, the last question for the contest. I am an addressing system in computing and IT, defined in 1994 by Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of the World Wide Web and the Internet Engineering Task Force. I occur most commonly to reference web pages, HTTP or HTTPS. Pentecost University.
The URL.
That is correct. The Uniform Resource Locator or the URL is correct. They answered on the second clue, that is 4 points. 4 points. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we come to the end of the contest. That was yeah, it was. Congratulations to both schools. You gave it your all. Congratulations to the two of you. So our scores for the fifth round, round 5. So round 3, University of Ghana had 3 points. Pentecost University had 8 points. So ladies and gentlemen, we wait the final score. Yes, before the final score. Pentecost University, how do you assess the whole contest? How do you assess the contest?
Oh, it has been fierce and furious. So we know that they were, top-notch competitors, and we prepared for it, and we gave in our best.
What do you say to and about your opponents?
Well, they have made advantage of their experience, and so far we are also now maturing, but we have challenged them that in the coming years we can face them, because they are not any top notch that we can't face them anymore.
University of Ghana. University of Ghana, how do you assess your performance in this contest?
Our performance today was good. Was good.
What do you make of your opponents?
Yeah, they did well. They did well, and we wish we'll have met them in the finals once again. But unfortunately, this is where it ends.
They said they'll meet you at the national.
Okay, so to add to this, I think they can challenge us, but they can't face us.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the final scores at the end of the contest. Ladies and gentlemen, the third and final semi-final contest for the Southeast Zone has just ended. We have a winner. But before then, the final scores. At the end of the contest, Pentecost University had 42 points. University of Ghana had 54 points. Please show some love to the schools. Now, per this result, the University of Ghana, for the third time in a row, are into the Southeast Zone final. They have indeed shown why they are the defending champions. They will join the Central University and the Heritage Christian University at the finals. Congratulations, University of Ghana. Now, Pentecost University, you did great. You gave your opponents a very stiff competition. You should be proud of yourselves. Now, you may not have gotten to the zonal final, but you have indeed qualified to the national championship. So go and prepare better and come back stronger. I'll see you at the national championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you all here. It's been an interesting contest to decide on the final slot for the Southeast Zone final. In the end, that slot was taken by the defending champions, the University of Ghana. They will meet the Central University and the Heritage Christian University at the final. So thank you so much for being part of this semi-final contest. On behalf of Graphic Business, ICAG, and GTech, on behalf of MTN, Glyco Life, Compy Ghana, PwC, and the Ghana National Association of Teachers, on behalf of TV3 Daily Graphic and Graphic Online, on behalf of you studio audience, and those of you who joined online, thank you so much for being part of this contest. To my technical team, without you, there will have been no contest. So thank you so much for always holding us down. Thank you once again. So ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers, I'll say thank you so much, finally, for being part of this contest. My name is Al-Hassan Yusuf Traore. I'll see you at the Zonal final among the University of Ghana, Central University, and the Heritage Christian University. It is bye-bye for now. You remember what? I love academic violence. I'll see you.